Was not trying to start that off with a big healthy cough. All right. I was thinking. Okay, so today we are going to work a little bit on this page. I'm gonna try to move some of my other stuff out of the way. Hey Kimberly, I'm just setting up. I'm gonna do a little bit of Wildergorn and a little bit of some artist trading cards, but I wanted to make sure that I have this in screen. At least the part I'm gonna be coloring is. All right, for the most part, it's in shot. It's good enough. That's why I'm streaming the long way today. Hopefully. I'm trying to see if it'll change because it says I'm streaming in 720, and that can't be right. So, interesting. You've been working on the. Oh, okay. I'm trying to see. Share. I was trying to put the link in the comments, but I don't think I can. I haven't figured out how to post a comment myself yet. Maybe there isn't. Maybe I can't post a comment from because I was gonna share the link, but I guess I can't post a comment from here. Also, it's kind of annoying that I guess when I'm streaming long way, it streams in 720, which is kind of annoying. But it'll when I'm done streaming, I guess it'll upload a higher quality, so I'm not worried about it. This page. I guess this is supposed to be like a hot place. Because I wanted it to be kind of blues, but I guess since it's a hot place, it can't really be blue. Disregard that. I wanted to use some blues today, though. Let's see. We can do. It was another page I wanted to do. It was not that one. Maybe this one. Yeah, I think it was that one. Just because I wanted to do the river. But oh, I guess it makes sense because they're like in a cave or something, and I see the rock and stuff. But if it's so hot, why are they wearing these long sleeve outfits? Let me see. Let me reread this. Actually, it doesn't quite say anywhere that it's hot. Um, okay, well, maybe I could do some reds. Because I think the little creatures, I might do them like red and brown. Or like a brownish and yellow. I wish I had like a yellow kind of metallic thing. I also have no idea what I did with my metallic swatch sheet. Oh, here it is. I don't really have a yellow, so they won't be metallic. Because I was going to do them blue, but um, that doesn't make any sense if they're like, I guess, supposed to be kind of lava stone creatures or something. So, I don't know if you were here yesterday, Kimberly, when I did my random Saturday stream where I don't normally stream on Saturdays. But I did show off the trading cards that I had done at work. So I had did these two that same day you were streaming. I was doing these. This is what I was working on. And then I did some more. I did these. And I was also working on my little logo. I settled on this one. So I might add these two cards going forward. And then also these two here. And then I was working on a special one for my Patreons and YouTube members. When I unlock YouTube membership, they will get that card on their birthday. And then this morning, I was just doing random doodles when I was drinking my apple juice. So I try to keep my sketchbook kind of nearby because sometimes stuff pops in my head and I want to draw it. This one we did yesterday. We actually put it on the card yesterday on stream. Today I'm gonna kind of erase the little pencil marks and I'm gonna work on coloring him probably with alcohol markers. But I thought we would. I guess I can start with the people because other than that, I have no idea. I still haven't quite figured out what colors I want for this page. So we'll start with the people. And too cute. Thank you. I am kind of annoyed that this is streaming in 720 because on my phone it looks great, but when I look at it like on my tablet, even though I have the stream in higher quality um thing selected, it's still streaming in 720 for some reason. But anyway, I wish my Ohuhus worked in here, but since they don't, I'm gonna have to pull out my colors of the world if I can find them and use those, I guess. I am never ready for stream, by the way, so for those that are expecting me to come on and be ready, that's never the case. So I have some. I'm gonna try. I know I said I was only gonna use pencil in here, but I changed my mind. We're gonna try some markers. Cause I want them kind of tan, but I don't want them like super tan. So this is medium golden. Is there a light golden floating around? Here we have light golden. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, this one looks like it's drying out. It is. Oh, we can't use that one. That one's dry. I guess we're gonna have to go with this one. Or I can do a light almond. No, we'll go with golden. It's fine. So I'm just gonna start with the hands. Marker actually works great in here. Good. Okay. This one seems like it's dying too. Hang on a sec. Okay. This one seems like it's dying, so I might switch to a lighter color for the boy. He hasn't been on this earth that long, so he's not quite tan yet. That's what we're going with for him. There. And there's also some people like in the side over here. And I can probably just use this color because they have them kind of in the dark doing something over here on the sideline. So I'm just going to do that. Okay. I think that's all the people on this side. I'm gonna leave these round so that because I'm just gonna put some color down because I don't like to go right on top of the marker because it's still kind of wet. So I'm just gonna bring in some stuff, some markers, some stuff. I'm gonna bring in some markers. And there we go. Okay. So for these things that are flying around, I want here's one right here. I want these little things to be yellow and then the inside can be some lava rock is what I was thinking. Or I can do orange, but I'm gonna do yellow because I can always change yellow to orange if I don't like it. So I'm just gonna add some of this here. I feel like the last page I did was full of like browns. So I don't want this page to be just covered in browns. So That's why I had said I was gonna go with the blue, but now that I see where they are is, I guess, some warm cave. I don't know. Can always add some blue still to like this can be a glowing blue thing, even though it's letting out warm air. It could be like in Zelda, the ancient glow is like blue. So I am gonna add pencil on top of this, but like I said, when the marker is wet, I like to wait. I could always just blend with the marker as well. Just grab another color and blend the markers, but I'm not great at that, so this is not the kind of book that I want to practice that in. So in this book, I had said I was only going to do color pencil, but um, markers work good in here, so it'll save me a little bit of time by using marker. Not that it's a race and I'm trying to rush through this book or anything, but um, and I know some of you are like, you're supposed to be working on your whips. Yes, but this book is a whip. This whole book I consider a whip because I do want to finish this book. Just like Mythomorphia is, that whole book is a whip, and Mouse Guard, as well as Symphony of Cute Animals. So I consider those books. Consider the whole book whip because those books I want to complete. So try as I might and not starting a new page in those. Eventually, I'm gonna have to because I want to finish the books. So those classify as whips, the whole book. Um, and there's another little guy down here, but you guys can't really see him. So I'm just gonna quickly do him down here. You can see him a little bit, but I can't move my book forward any more than what it is. So bear with me while I finish this guy. So I still don't 100% have my coloring mojo back. And I think it's partly because I'm more excited about my trading cards. And then also because um, I just, every time I pick up a page and look at it, it's like, I don't really want to do it right now. And then it just sits there and I'm like, okay, I just need to probably take a little break or do something simpler because all my pages are pretty detailed and complicated and require a lot of thinking sometimes. And I don't always want to do that. So sometimes I guess I need a break too. So I still have been coloring though. I've been coloring just not in my books. I'll color like my artist trading cards. I do want to color more in my sketchbook too. I feel like my sketchbook doesn't have enough color in it, and I would like it to. All right. So let's see. I think for the brown, I don't know if I want it to glow or not, so we'll hold off on that. As far as the cave goes, I feel like I could add some blues. And there's a lot of craggle rock going on, so I think um like this background cave, I might just do gray. I was thinking brown at first, but again with the browns. So I'm thinking a nice gray would be okay. I have I don't know if I have a light gray in here. So I might have to do that in pencil. And their outfits is something I kind of want to work on too. I feel like they all kind of resemble um these little monster guys, but I don't want it the same color. I could do orange or even red. I might do red actually. Red, and then the part that's all patterned, I might make that gray or black, like a dark gray. So let's get a nice red. I have to find a better storage solution for this. Um, is it me? None of the markers look red. Okay, maybe this one. This is like a red orange, so I'll go with this because I need it not super red so I can shade it still. And these are water-based markers. If anybody is wondering, I don't plan on using alcohol markers in this book. I know you probably can with like if you put down some kind of watercolor ground or something like that, but or gesso, but I'm okay with the water-based ones because majority of this is going to be probably pencil anyway. So, so I did decide that my trading cards are going to be in booster packs because I think it would be more fun to get random ones. I was also thinking of making a trading card game, but that is not 100% certain or in the works yet, but I am thinking about it. I have to learn how to do it, but I think it would be cool. I was like kind of coming up with an idea of how I would want the game to be in case it was something I did want to do. And it did seem kind of fun, but it also seemed like it would be a lot of work. So, not sure yet. Boosters are cool. Yeah, I figured it would be cooler that way and more interesting just to kind of and then it'll give people more incentives to trade, I think. Um just so that, if you see someone with a card that you want, they, you know, might you might have a card that they want from your booster, or a card that will complete their set or something like that. And I think it would be cool that way. Because some cards I don't plan on redrawing or re-putting back into circulation. Once they're gone, they're gone. So um I know it's gonna be a interesting thing. People are gonna try to get that birthday card. So I haven't quite thought of the colors yet, but I think I'm highly thinking of making them um holographic, or some kind of cool effect or something on it. But so far, I just have the card drawn out. I don't have it colored or anything like that yet. But I do have some colors in mind, I think. And then this person in here also, you can see their little outfit. My eyesight is not the best, so I'm printing some in hand painting. Yeah, I need to because so far all of mine have been hand drawn and hand painted, but I have a light box to help me with that, because I'm not doing them all like individually. I'm trying to keep them pretty, the same. So I have my light box, and that helps out a lot. It does help so much, because I can't imagine trying to get them perfectly aligned like the others. That would drive me crazy. Okay, as far as like this thing here, I think these things, because let me flip the page over really quick, because the other page is kind of like also in the same area. So I'm thinking like the walls and stuff, I think it's gonna be, I am gonna add the blue still. Um, because I think it'll be a good contrast. Even though the place is like warm, I think the blue light can still be warm. So I might do that. And I'm gonna keep those two colors out because there's more people and creatures on the side. But for the blue, I do want to start off with a light blue. You've been watching ATC tutorials. Yeah, they have some really good ideas on there on YouTube. And hold on, let me just see something here really quick. Nope, I don't have the metallic that I'm looking for. So um they have some pretty good ideas. I've been watching I was watching a video where Dina um Norlund, I think it's her last name. I was watching her creature card video, and I did not know that she had passed away. And I was kind of crushed. I was like, what? I was like, wow, because she's so talented, and I love watching her videos. And I was catching up on them this morning, and then I was watching that one, and it was like someone had posted a comment about her resting in peace, and I'm like, rest in peace. I'm like, wow. So, um, that was kind of a shock this morning. But I was watching her creature cart video, and I don't know if it was an actual trading cart she was doing, or if she was just making like literal creature cards, like cards for her video, her animals that would be like in her children's books and her graphic novels and stuff. Um, Dina Norlund, I think is her name. Well, her last name I'm not sure, but it's Dina. I'm pretty sure it's Norlund, but don't quote me on the last name. But the first name is Dina. She's a Norwegian artist, and her art was amazing. Like, whew. I love the way she did like her creatures she would come up with. They were so mythical, and I was just like, wow, she what? And I knew she was sick, but I hadn't been keeping up too much with her videos. So when I went to catch up on them this morning, because I was like, today's going to be a day where I catch up on videos and people that I've been kind of not keeping up with. And she passed away last year in February. I was like, what? So I was just like, wow, okay. Wasn't expecting that really. So hello, Ella Real. Yeah, Norlund. There we go. So I had it right. I'm probably pronouncing it extra wrong, but there you go, Ella. Thank you. Um, her art, like just sitting watching her draw some of those creatures was just like wow. But yep, I that shocked me this morning. So I couldn't believe it. I was just like, hmm. But I was watching her, what I was getting at, I was watching her creature card video, and she showed like the dimensions of the card and her process on doing it digitally. And I don't know if I'm gonna shade this in. I was gonna say I don't know if I like this blue, but it'll be shaded in. It's just the way some of these pieces are. I don't know if I wanna. Anyway, yeah. So it was amazing, and then it was somebody else I was watching who was talking about making an actual trading card game. And then that's where I was like, okay, that looks like fun, but man, oh man, I know it's a lot of work, but it does look like fun. So maybe one day I'll try to give that a go. Because it's not just the art that you have to think about, you have to think about the mechanics of the game and all that fun stuff. So while it sounds pretty interesting, um, because I kind of have a rough idea. Like I would want it to be kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons card game kind of type of thing. Um, where, you know, so like obviously I'm gonna use my original characters, and I'd like to think that maybe they kind of somehow got pulled into the Dungeons and Dragons universe, and they have to basically fight to find their way home. That's the goal. But I do want it to be Dungeons and Dragons style type. as far as the mechanics and stuff go. So if, let's say, like you would be leveling up your character and things like that, but it would be a card game. And so, for example, let's say I create a deck for Miso, so you'd have the character or the hero card, which would be Miso, obviously. And the deck would have things like, weapon cards and some creature card. Like the decks would be random, like booster packs, but like I was thinking like, okay, do a deck where um there's enough cards in there to play a game. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just something that I would have to kind of think of, but it does sound kind of fun. So, and I know this looks really bright, but like this is going to be kind of a darker blue. So that's just the highlight blue for now. And then I could do these rocks. I'm trying to debate on if I want them brown or if I want them something else. But and then the background, these background parts, I think I want this like a dark brown. Not a dark brown, but like a reddish brown. It's kind of what I'm going for. So maybe no, not that. That's too dark. Um Let me try this one. So yeah, I was thinking something that's way too dark. Do I have a decent brown? I could just grab my swatch sheet for this, but maybe slightly. I don't want to say lazy today, but I'm just not. This would be good for the background rocks, actually. I'm gonna actually pull this out and this. Okay, so this will be for the darker parts that you guys can't see. So I'm gonna do the darker parts up here. This might blend in with him a little bit, but once I go in with pencil, it'll be fine. Yeah, so I've just been kind of having fun with my art lately and just doing things with my characters. Um, but I'm still, coloring and things like that. But I haven't been really coloring in my books so much. But I am slowly going to get back into it. Like today, we are coloring in Wildergorn. I like to take my time in this book because it is not a cheap book. So I actually probably even should have tested to see if my pencils are going to go over top this because um, sometimes my pencils like to fight, but I think it's because sometimes I don't wait long enough. So um, I tell myself now, I'm like, well, if I wait and let the ink dry, then I should be able to get in there and do some kind of shading. And I wouldn't need much because um that's why I have the base down. So hopefully I won't need much. And then if it all kind of fails, then I'll just do the other side and I'll pencil. It's going to take longer, but at least um it won't be an epic fail on both pages. So I'm not sure how. I want to get other artists involved in the artist trading card thing again. I'm not quite sure how to get the word out because my channel is not the biggest channel. And I don't want to be a creeper going on other people's videos going, "Hey, I watched your video, you should come join us." I think that would be kind of weird. So, um, you know, but if someone sees the video and they do want to partake, it is open. It's not something that you have to really sign up for. It would help if you joined the Facebook group because that's where we are posting our cards at. And, people can see them there. But if not, then just I mean, if you're a YouTuber, then of course, and you have your own platform where you would like to post your cards, then you can do that too. Just send me the link to your platform so that I can put it in the Facebook group for you and other people can go to it from there. But the rules and everything are posted in the Facebook group, so it is recommended that you join the Facebook group so you know the rules. Because there are rules. Most of them are common sense rules, but I don't want someone to do something and then say they didn't know about it, which is why I'm really pushing for the Facebook group to be joined. So this is good that I mean, if I was doing this in pencil, I would still be probably on those guys. I mean, I'm still doing it in pencil. I'm just basing this because it's going to be so much easier for me to base it versus the way I'm had intentions on doing it. So, and you just see me blend it a little bit there. These do blend, but again, I'm not the greatest, but I can do a little bit with like two colors, and that's probably it. I've seen people do amazing work with water-based markers and alcohol markers, but you're not gonna get that here. I'm sorry. I'm not. I practice, but I'm not. You know, not 100% know what I'm doing with it yet. So that's the background rock. This main rock, I'm thinking a darker brown just because it's closer to us. So some kind of darker brown. And then these weird things that's coming up out the top, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that either. But I need to find like a reddish for these rock things. Like a reddish brown. So I'm just pulling out some random. Actually, that's pretty decent. I like this color. So this right here is kind of like a reddish brown. That's exactly what I was going for. Glad I didn't have to hunt it down. So, I want to compile I think one good way I can get the word out, I might compile a list of artists that I think would be interested in it or whom art style that I think would be a good match for it. I guess that sounds kind of not really well. What I'm trying to say is like a variety of different artists, I guess, so that there's different types of cards out there, which everybody's art style is different anyway. But I mean, like some people might want to do like a realistic portrait on their cards. Someone might want to do animals, like pet portraits or something like that. And I just want to reach out. I'll probably make a tag video. That way it's not so creepy and I can just tag them in the video like, hey, if this is something you're interested in, check it out if you want. Uh I might do it that way. So I won't seem like a creeper and I don't have to worry about posting things on um people's YouTubes being weird because they don't know who I am and I'm just some random person that's like, "Hey, come join us." So, I might do a video and tag cuz there are some people that I would like to tag. They don't really know me, but I do watch their stuff and I don't really comment on anyone's videos even if it's someone that I regularly watch. Um I don't I probably should like at least be like, "Hey, I watch your videos and I'm not being creepy, but thanks for posting something." But I don't really post comments, but there are people that I do like to watch that I think might be interested in it. Um there are also some that I have recently discovered. There was one who I think she's in school or doing something, and she posted a community post looking for ideas for her next video, and I did tell her about it. I'm like, hey, we got this going on. If you're going to be interested, there's a video on my channel. Check it out. Uh, this is not something that has a time limit on it. So if it's something that you want to join in on, halfway through the year, feel free. It's not something that you have to have done by a certain time or anything like that. I want this to be kind of like an ongoing thing. So, because I definitely plan on having my cards available and doing regular updates and things like that. And then I also am going to have themes. So, like this month's theme was love. If you read the newsletter in the Facebook group, the theme is posted there. There's also a theme for coloring as well. So, if you are in the Facebook group and you're working on your theme or you're working on the theme of the month, feel free to post it when you are done. Um, I'm gonna try to do themes for coloring and for the trading cards because not everybody's doing the trading card thing. Most of the people that hang out over in my group are colorists, so that's kind of what they're there for. So I came up with a theme for coloring and one for the trading card for this month, and I'm gonna try to do one every month. try is the keyword. Sometimes it'll be something like, like for February, it'll be like Valentine's Day or flowers or something like that. So, if you don't know the theme, head over to the Facebook group, check it out. The newsletter is there. The newsletter also contains the rules for the trading card game. Well, not game, but like little, the trading card thing we're doing. Um, it also has some group updates, and I'm gonna make the post today. Um, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Kim. I wanted to have like because I do have a lot of clay here when I was making little clay figures, and I might actually create some characters figures that goes with the card. Um but they're going to be in the D&D world. So the only thing that I would need to create is the characters, because you can buy like the D&D creatures um things. So I don't need to make clay figures for the creatures, because since they're going to be trapped in the D&D world, it's going to be the D&D creatures that they're going up against. Of course, now for the cards, I might have to redraw the creatures in my style. But for like if you just want it to be like an actual D&D game, then you can get the D&D creature, I guess they call them figures. And I think that would be cool. And I was also thinking, like, if I do that, we can have like a game night where people would come and, well, not come, but like a Zoom or something, or even just a YouTube live stream, and we can do like a D&D game. We can host together, and it could be like, it won't be like long, um because there's going to be different creatures. So I'm thinking, if I do it, don't quote me guys here, but so if I create, because I do have some Dungeons and Dragons books, because I used to play. Um, so it would be like, okay, let's say we do a stream on, let's say, a Sunday or something, and I'll make a community post, and I'll let you guys know, okay, this is the monsters we might be coming across today, because some people may or may not have that card. So if it's one, you know, big, I'm thinking Zoom or something where we can all be together, or maybe like I've seen people do like Twitch or Discord is the main one now, I guess. So if we get together and we do like a Discord thing, and just make sure you bring your character sheet and your cards, because it would be nice to have your cards so you can reference your card and know, okay, I'm playing Miso. And somebody else can be like, okay, I'm playing like adult Miso. And someone else can be like, well, I'm playing as Pot today. So I want to create character cards is what I would want to work on first. I'm gonna let this dry. But I want to show you guys, it doesn't go through. Um the water-based ones doesn't anyway. I haven't tried alcohol, and I really don't want to. But this paper is really thick. You can see it's nothing has gone through the other side. And that's, usually the case with water-based markers, but sometimes they do and will go through um the page. But because this paper is what it is, you can see I stuck my hand and it's still damp because it's very smooth paper. It's not that much texture to it. So it's still damp, which is another reason why I don't want to put pencil to it at this moment. But I am going to keep the colors out because again, that second page has a lot of the same stuff. And let me just grab uh that those two colors. I'm actually just going to grab the light medium almond because that's the lighter skin tone, and I can just change it up if need be. Hey View, how you doing? I can just change it up if need be. Um so you just missed me coloring in Wildergorn. I'll show you. It's wet, so I can't pull over it, but I did work on the background mountain, the little creatures, and I was working on the glowy stuff. But it is wet, so I'm gonna let it dry, and that's what water-based markers. But because that paper is so smooth, they're sitting on top of it, and so um, it's all over my hands too. But that's okay. So then once it dries, though, I did bring out my Pablos because that is something that I had said I was gonna practice on using, even though they make my hand hurt. But I do like the colors in these, so I want to use them more. I like the way they work too. They just make my hands hurt. So I do have those there because I'm gonna work on those this year rather. This year is Pablo's gouache and it was something else. It was watercolor, but I don't have the patience for that. So I might switch it to alcohol markers, which I need to go through and see which ones are drying out because these Cali art markers, uh I don't have a lot of them. Like I'll show you. Hang on, bear with me. That is my collection of Cali art markers right there. And um let me just squish it over to the side a little bit so you can see. That's it. So some of them are drying out, and I have a lot of really saturated colors. I don't have a lot of like pastel colors. There's some that looks like pastels but aren't really pastels. Um, and these are also chisel tips and not they're not brush tip. But do you see how light the cap is and how dark the color is? So there's a lot of that going on, but I need to go through these because a lot of them sound scratchy and running dry. And before I make the big jump into the oh-hoo-hoos, I need to see which ones work and which ones don't. And I also need to figure out storage because this is a good storage, but my Copics is is not really a good storage at all because they're standing straight up. And so I need to figure that out. And I also need to re-clean my desk because it's struggling a little bit. And even though it doesn't look like it, it's struggling. And like this here, I have a lot of like my extra supplies, like my extra erasers and pencils and liners and stuff like that. Um and nail clippers because I'm always having some weird hangnail or something on my fingers and I hate it. So, but this just houses all my like extras, but I figure if I move this and just get like a marker case and put my markers in, I might do that. But I have some space over here and I can move a lot of this stuff so I could have more space because I don't have a lot of workspace. I have a lot of space for my stuff, but I don't have a lot of workspace, and that's starting to drive me just slightly crazy because of the kind of projects that I'm working on right now, I need the workspace, and I just don't have it. And um, it's partially my fault because sometimes I'll put things there and I'll be like, oh, this looks cute right here, and not thinking about how much space I actually need to work on things. So it's partially my fault that I don't have the workspace, but um, I am making my way through my sketchbook. As you can see, I think this one will be done before the year is out. Hopefully, I started a new page this morning, and I think today, while I'm just hanging out at my desk, I'm gonna add some color to some of this stuff because my sketchbook, I want it to have color in it. Right now, it doesn't have a lot of color, so um, I'm gonna add some color to some of this stuff. And I have like some things that I was working on, and might try and think about some Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I'll probably bring my books here to the room, at least my creature book, and try to see if I can recreate some of those creatures. I'll probably start with like some lower level ones just so that I can create like an introductory deck. Because if we do it Dungeons and Dragons style, I want to have it won't be like exactly like it. It'll be like a homemade Dungeons and Dragons. It'll be the same creatures because they're going to be in the same world, but like it won't be to the extreme where you have to memorize all the stuff and write down a whole bunch of stuff. It'll just be simply like, okay, today's enemy is going to be like, 3 slime cubes or something. And you can, you know, play it out like Dungeons and Dragons. It'll be like a location. So I will probably have like a main um, dungeon master deck where I pull out a creature at random, or a location at random, a creature at random from that location, and then you guys can challenge that creature. Or if you can, I want to have it set up to where you can play the game by yourself if you want, or you can play with other people. You don't have to wait for me to play. That's kind of what I was thinking. Um, but don't quote me because I don't know if this is something that I want to do. But I do want to just kind of play around with some of it. And I'm going to go back through my old sketchbook because I know there are some characters in here, like the ice princess or the water princess. I keep saying ice. She's a water princess. I kind of want to go bring her into the fray so we can have more than just Bo, Miso, and Pot. But um, I do have some other character ideas in mind, but I think for starters, I'm gonna stick with the main three because I want to have variations of them. So, for example, I would have, like I was saying earlier, I would have like Kid Miso, or Young Miso is what I would probably call him, which is him when he's smaller. And then, there's just regular Miso, which is, teenage years. Um, he's not quite an adult yet. I have played around with drawing him as an adult, but he's not quite an adult yet. Um, so, and then there would be Young Bo, and then there would be regular Bo, which I did change her hair a little bit. Her hair is not spiky like that. It is rounded like Miso's now. And then this character I was kind of playing around with here, and I don't know, he's like a lion or something, but I didn't kind of work on him a lot, so I would need to figure him out. But I just want to have some other characters that way if, people want to play with more than just my 3 main characters. There are some side characters there that they can play with, and if I do go with, making the game, I now have to have an actual backstory for all of them. Not even really a backstory, just like a story about them, like who they are and what they like to do and so on and so forth. So if there's someone out there that actually wants to get into the character of the D&D, they can do that. But that's pretty much it for today's stream. We didn't get around to coloring um the artist trading card, but that's okay. We got some actual coloring done in Wildergorn, and when that dries up, I will probably, maybe if I'm not doing anything later, I'll get back on and we'll put some pencil over the top of that. Um, but that's what I'll be working on. And also, I'm just gonna have my sketchbook on my desk in case some ideas come to my head. That's usually what I've been doing. And today I'm just gonna relax and probably enjoy some Pokemon because I need to do some things on there as well. But usually when I'm sitting here, I like to have my pencil, my eraser, my ruler. I have my work pencil pouch here as well, but I don't. I usually put it off to the side and just try to create some more room for myself here on my desk. So I have my sketchbook here. I have my controller. I'm gonna relax, play some video games, watch some things on my tablet, probably YouTube or some anime or something. And yeah, I will keep you guys updated on what it is that I want to do. If I decide to come up with the game, obviously it won't be like something released super soon or anything like that, but um it would be nice to work on. Maybe even if it's just for fun, drawing the creatures or something. Just something to help the creative juices flowing. That's all. But I will catch you guys maybe later today. If not, then my usual time next week. And thanks for all the likes and the thumbs ups and the shares. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.